Now, a pensioner has won his fight to change the way the health service is run in Gloucestershire. Today, in a dramatic twist at the High Court in London, the NHS asked for the case to be stopped and agreed to go back to the drawing board. It's a victory for Michael Lloyd, who's 76 years old and lives in a care home. Here's our Gloucestershire reporter, Steve Nibbs.
People power has struck once again in Gloucestershire, this time in the shape of 76-year-old Michael Lloyd. He was so angry at plans to transfer his NHS care to a company outside of the health service that he took his case to the High Court. The NHS was expected to defend itself today, but instead backed down.
It's a shame that it had to come to this, but we're really pleased that at the end NHS Gloucestershire chose to negotiate, and we actually think the outcome is good. There's the possibility now that the services will remain in the NHS, which is again what we wanted, and sort of shows what Naib Evans said really, that the NHS will continue to exist as long as there's folk with the faith left to fight for it.
Michael Lloyd was advised by his legal team not to comment on the outcome, but yesterday he told me that his fears were that the NHS in Gloucestershire could be privatised under the plans.
The ultimate danger is that we end up with a setup not unlike that of the United States. And I think most of us have some idea of what healthcare is like in the United States. I mean, you have to have insurance and all that kind of private insurance.
NHS Gloucestershire said it didn't accept Michael Lloyd's arguments but felt it was right to stop the case. In a statement, the Chief Executive said NHS Gloucestershire acknowledges that this has been a difficult time for care services staff, and we want an outcome which is the best for staff and patients alike.
Staff are saying, although they welcome the fact that they're not going to be moving out of the NHS at this point in time to a social enterprise, of course our other fears are being realised, i.e. that means that these services will be subject to open procurement, and that means from both NHS bodies and private organisations too.
Although the 3,000 NHS staff in Gloucestershire have a reprieve for now, this new consultation means a firm decision on their future and those of the patients could still be up to 18 months away. Steve Nibbs, BBC Points West.